Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Gemini for February 2010. And this also applies if you have a Gemini ascendant. So you Geminis, we've got Mars still retrograde in your third house. So many of you are feeling like you're going round in circles, almost like you're having to repeat things. You're doing something and somehow it's not working, or somebody's not listening to you and you're having to say things differently. So this is a great time for you to be doing any kind of research, any kind of learning, any kind of studying, any kind of planning out a marketing plan or a media plan for anything that you might be doing or wanting to do to communicate to the world. It's not quite the time to be doing it, but it's a time to be in preparation for it so that you don't get too frustrated with having Mars in that third house, which is ruled by you, Gemini. But it's still a good time for putting energy into your surroundings, which you always do, but be careful with contracts. Make sure any kind of contract or agreement, make sure everything's really clearly spelled out. The issue with Mars retrograde in the third house is you may find you have to redo whatever it is that you've done before. That's the only issue with it, so just encourage you to check things out carefully. Pluto, Mercury in your 8th house for the first 9 or 10 days of the month. So this is an important time to get any kind of joint financial situation really sorted out. Any advisors that you need to see, any lawyers, accountants, insurance people, any people that organise or manage your investments or your affairs, or financial advisors. This is a good time to get them on board and to get things clear and clean and in writing and sorted out. And also a great time to plan a strategy for you with your finances, and particularly connected with any finance that has to do with an institution like a bank. So it doesn't matter if you've only got a small amount of money, many of you will have a bank account. So it's about putting a strategy into place that can work for you for the longer term. Then we've got Mercury, Venus, Sun for much of the month in your 9th house. So Gemini, this is a great time for higher education, for higher learning, for thinking about your spiritual realms, for going up into these higher areas, maybe looking at telepathy, maybe looking at different ways in which we can communicate and understand each other, but on a more global level, on a more international level, looking at maybe how you can market yourself on a more global level. Look at YouTube, look at the ways that we can connect with one another. You're going to have a lot of inspiration this month into ways in which you can connect more widely. Gemini, sometimes there's a tendency to be just connected with your environment and that which is around you. This month it's about taking that much broader to a wider perspective, because there's a lot more opportunities out there. A lot of you are going to be travelling or thinking about travelling or making plans to travel, particularly with all these planets in the 9th house. Then for much of the month, for the second part of the month, we've got Venus, Sun in your 10th house. Well, this is a great time for your career, for really pushing forward with your career, but you're going to be able to do it in such a diplomatic and easy way. People will respond to you well. So for anything that you want to achieve, if you want to come across well, do it at the second half of this month, because that's when the planets are really favouring you there, Gemini. Now, for those of you looking for love, Jupiter is conjunct Venus around the 16th, 17th, 18th of the month, and it's in your 10th house. So this is going to be very good for maybe meeting somebody through work, having a relationship through work that develops maybe into something a little bit more. Also, Venus rules money, so this is a potential for an opportunity to make a lot of money coming into you as well during those days. It's a really significant time with opportunities opening up. I have to just one caution is that Jupiter's in Pisces, so there's a tendency to exaggerate things. So you're going to have to make sure that you use your Gemini energy to disseminate that which is really important and that which really is an opportunity and that which is just a lot of hot air. So an exciting month ahead. Take care of finances, particularly any joint finances. Think about your higher education and how you can encompass more the international view and go for meeting people and having a really nice time in your workplace and your career. I wish you a great month. I thank you for listening. And for those of you that would like your own personal reading, there's my website and you can find out a little more. Take care and have a great month. Bye for now.